We're joined by Keith Middleton, Executive Director of Advanced Metals. Keith, thanks for your time.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to tell you about our company.
So, the company, American focus, tell us about the company, its assets and the jurisdiction.
Yeah, look, we're a US strategic metals company. We are a junior exploration company that is in Idaho, in the Western Rockies district. We have a focus on our two projects there. One is called Garnet Creek Copper and the other is called Anderson Creek Gold.
The jurisdiction itself, a very well-known and well-endowed mining area.
Yeah, look, there's over 100 years of copper history in what's called the Seven Devils Mountains, and there's good infrastructure, there's a good understanding of the permitting process, there's accessibility. We work with the Bureau of Land Management and we also work with the US Forestry Services. But the US is determined to create a strategic metals domestic self-sufficiency, so they understand and can control their own supply chain. And we fit very much inside of that thematic with copper. And some people call it a base metal, others call it a strategic metal. But copper, as we all know, is part of the electrification process, and the electrification process is actually about infrastructure.
You have been very busy the last 12 months. What have been some of the highlights?
Yeah, look, the company's demonstrated its competency and capacity to be able to understand the permitting and approvals processes to undertake ground disturbing activity within those historical mining areas. We look for assets that are maybe not understood or even undervalued, and we put our team in place. They're all based in the US, and that gives us a real advantage as a junior exploration company.
Speaking of team, what's the experience and how do they add value to the assets?
Yeah, look, we have two Australian directors, myself and our chairman, Geoffrey Hill. Geoffrey and I have been involved in a number of junior companies, most recently in a company called American Rare Earths, which has been and continues to be incredibly successful. And then in the US, we have a chief operating officer and we have our technical team. And we use those people on the ground in the US to tap into a very experienced network of capable people.
A quality asset with a quality team in a great jurisdiction. What's the workflow look like and what should investors focus on over the next 6 to 12 months?
Look, I think first and foremost is our track record. We have a history of getting things done. At our Garnet Creek flagship project, we've just announced a JORC exploration target. There's anywhere up to 6 million tonnes at grades of up to 1.5%. I guess that demonstrates competency and capacity. We also have a permitting program in place, what is over the Northern Hemisphere winter, so that we can do and undertake drilling on site to see if we can take our exploration target from a target into a JORC measurable resource. We think the mineralisation extends at depth, and we're going to be drilling beyond the exploration target depth and also beyond historical activities. So as a result of that, we think the news flow will be very strong, obviously getting the permitting, getting the approvals, undertaking the drilling, the ground disturbing activities, and then hopefully, you know, geology is fickle, but hopefully being able to demonstrate that the mineralisation extends at depth. The second major aspect of our program, which investors can think about, is our desire to acquire another strategic metal asset. We have a very good understanding of the strategic metals and the rare earths that the US administration, Department of Defence, Department of Energy are looking for, and we think we're well placed to identify another asset to add it to our portfolio. So yeah, pretty exciting time at the company, and it's a great place to be.
Exciting times ahead for the company. Look forward to following your progress. Keith, thanks for your time.
Appreciate the opportunity.